Now for the second of our special reports on cyber warfare. In 2007, Estonia suffered the world's first concerted attempt to take a whole country's key services offline. Given that, it seemed the obvious location for NATO to base its own army of cyber experts. Will Inglis has been to meet them.
Estonia's capital Tallinn is home to NATO's Cooperative Cyber Defence Centre of Excellence. Housed in a modified barrack block first built by the Russian Tsarist army, it was set up after Estonia became the first country in the world to suffer a large-scale cyber attack. Estonia is a remarkable mix of the very old and the very new. At the heart of the capital Tallinn lies one of the best preserved medieval walled cities in the whole of Europe. But in the 21 years since independence from the Soviet Union, the city's also become home to big business. It's a remarkable transformation, much more dramatic than any of Estonia's other ex-Soviet neighbours. And it's been driven by embracing the very latest technology. That's something which made Estonia particularly vulnerable to cyber attack. What happened in 2007, targeting government departments and even banks, was a wake-up call. Now NATO holds regular exercises to test alliance members' readiness to cope with an attack.
Just think of cyber as another medium of human activity. Anything you have on the, let's say, real space or physical space that you can actually touch, you can have a mirror or an analog of that in cyberspace. So yes, you do have bank robbers in cyberspace, you do have cyber bullies, you do have spies, both corporate and for national goals. And you also have countries that are preparing to wage war in cyberspace.
And the military advantages of this new domain are clear.
Reading somebody else's communications obviously is a great military advantage. Enigma in World War II proved very, very useful once the Allies could read it. But having physical effects, so basically taking over a control system, for example, disabling radars just for 15 minutes. But ask any Air Force guy, would he love to have 15 minutes of free skies to do whatever he wants? And I'm sure he would be happy about that.
The centre is funded by its members rather than NATO as a whole, so you could claim a vested interest. But he warns it makes no sense to go it alone.
If you look at cybersecurity as an international security problem, then the only way to really solve anything there is to have international cooperation.
Britain doesn't routinely take part in NATO cyber exercises, preferring bilateral cooperation with selected allies. The UK does take the threat seriously, though, and has set aside £650 million over 4 years to improve cybersecurity. And it's already having effect. The spies of GCHQ have the lead, but a Defence Cyber Operations Group is being set up and is due to start work in the next few weeks. Will Inglis, Forces News, Tallinn.
And tomorrow Will is back in the UK with more on what Britain is doing to counter the cyber threat.